The girl just got beaten by her stepmother. I was thrown onto the street at -10 degrees Celsius, wearing only a thin dress, shivering in the cold wind. Her legs are covered in wounds, holding tightly 10 yuan in his hand. This is her meal money for the next 3 days. Night. The hungry and cold girl curled up in the corner of the wall. He probably would rather starve to death and freeze to death. I don't want to go back to that so-called home either. Perhaps heaven has mercy. Let her meet Miss Bai. Miss Bai has the same experience as her. Watching the girl shiver with cold, she brought the girl to the restaurant and put on her own down jacket. A girl who hasn't had enough in a long time is facing a table of dishes. Wolf down one's food. A person accidentally touched a water glass. She instinctively protected herself with her hands. But Miss Bai's not a malicious stepmother. She just calmly refilled a glass of water. The girl's hanging heart was released, just as the two of them were enjoying each other's lives. But my stepmother suddenly appeared. She put on a virtuous and gentle appearance, saying to pick up the girl home. The girl tightly grasped Miss Bai's hand. His face was filled with fear. But Miss Bai's just a stranger. She has no right to interfere with others' postures. I can only loosen it. After the girl returns home, the girl curled up on the cold tiles. This small bathroom is her bedroom. He glanced timidly at his stepmother, just one glance. My stepmother slapped and slapped me over. The girl is accustomed to silently enduring. But my stepmother picked up the shower and threw it at him. If it weren't for her child allowance, the girl won't even survive until now. We can't let her die, but can live to suffer. Stepmother turns on the cold water from the shower, wet through the girl's thin body. She has no clothes to change. The dress on her body is her only dress. The next day, the hungry and cold girl escaped from her home. She's too hungry, looking for something to eat. But I met Miss Bai again. The girl just glanced at her stepmother. My stepmother slapped me over, and then used the shower head to fiercely smash him. After smashing it, she got wet all over again. This is the daily life of a girl from childhood to adulthood. Her biological father is indifferent. Indulge in the canyon every day. The hungry and cold girl escaped from her home. She's too hungry, looking for something to eat. But I met Miss Bai again. Miss Bai looked at her body covered in scars. Tears instantly wet my eyes. The same childhood memories flooded into my mind. She rushed forward in anger, grabbed the girl's hand. Interrogate her if her stepmother did it. The girl remained silent and didn't speak. What can I do if I say so? Miss Bai knows it well. He bought warm clothes with the girl, bandaged her injured finger, and then he took her to the police station. The girl hesitated and stood at the door. Actually, he has already tried to call the police. But every time the police think it's a household matter, only provide verbal education to parents, then the girl will face even more severe beatings. Miss Bai empathizes. All he can do at this moment is make the girl happy, so he brought the girl to the amusement park. This is the first time a girl has come. He looked at the unfamiliar amusement facilities with joy, but she didn't play anything, but walking to the seaside, facing the vast and boundless sea. The girl felt the vastness of heaven and earth for the first time. She quietly took Miss Bai's hand. No matter what happens in the future, at least he has had happiness. As night falls, Miss Bai had to send the girl home. But what came head-on was the merciless kick of the girl's father. Miss Bai couldn't bear to rush into the room. I want to argue with the girl's parents. But where is there a normal person at home? Father hasn't finished playing yet. My stepmother will continue to fight. After being stopped by Miss Bai, be arrogant and ask her not to meddle in her affairs. Miss Bai finally couldn't help but move her hand. The father tightly squeezed his daughter's neck. I won't give up until I strangle her. The girl is already on the verge of death. At this critical moment of life and death, the doorbell rings. Father threw the girl into the restroom. Be cautious and cautious. Dare not make a sound. Pretend there's no one at home. Miss Bai shouted out the girl's name, although the girl heard, but unable to respond. Miss Bai can only leave with regret. The girl finally gained some strength, struggling on the window, seeing the back of Miss Bai leaving. She really wants to see Miss Bai again, so he mustered the courage to climb up the windowsill. Climbing out of a 10-meter-high window, step on the slender water pipe with both feet. The hand is clutching dangerous high-voltage cable. Probe the box below with your feet. The steel pipe has been in disrepair for a long time. The girl still fell down. She struggled to get up, step by step towards the intersection. Miss Bai, who couldn't rest assured, ran back again, saw the girl in a state of embarrassment. The two hugged tightly together. Miss Bai has made a decision. No matter what the cost is, she must save the girl. The two of them arrived at the station intending to escape. Only then did I realize that the girl's stepmother had already called the police. He also became a wanted criminal for abducting children. Fortunately, the criminal police boyfriend showed up in a timely manner, took the two of them to a safe place. Meanwhile, the police found the pedestrian's driving recorder, discovering that the girl was not abducted. Immediately came to the girl's home to investigate and found that there was no trace of child life at home. The father knows nothing about his daughter. Finally, the police arrested my father, the stepmother who can escape, but she wants to kill someone and silence her. When the girl is alone, cover the girl's mouth, pick up the bottle and you're going to smash her to death. Fortunately, Miss Bai arrived in time, beat stepmother unconscious with a brick, and then locked the girl in the car. Even the car keys were thrown far away. I planned to fight to the death with my stepmother. Anger gave Miss Bai the upper hand. even starting to lose their sanity, just as he was about to kill his wicked stepmother. My boyfriend stopped him in time. Surveillance captured all the crimes of my stepmother. The girl's parents have received the punishment they deserve. Miss Bai has a criminal record. Unable to adopt a girl, the girl is temporarily adopted by her boyfriend. Life is finally on track. The girl has made new friends, also showing the smile that children should have, whether it's relatives with blood thicker than water or not. At the moment when fate intersects, they are each other's salvation.